When most people grab a burger, the last thing they're probably thinking about is pesticides. But in reality, so many harmful inputs are going into producing that burger or that pork chop or that chicken nugget. One of which is a handful of harmful chemicals that are probably being sprayed simultaneously and are impacting wild animals, the farm workers that are applying them, the health of our waterways and ecosystems. Very little of our soy in the US is going directly to human food consumption. Corn and soy grown in the US are used predominantly for feeding livestock, the farmed animals that produce our meat and dairy. Some estimate 99% of these animals are in confined animal feeding operations, also called CAFOs or factory farms, and those animals are being fed billions of pounds of predominantly just two crops, corn and soy. We focus heavily on feeding corn and soy to farmed animals because they're really calorie dense crops. They give a lot of high energy ingredients to the farmed animals, so they put on weight really fast. And so you get your pigs and your chickens that grow to slaughter weight at just extremely short periods of time. Wild animals are directly impacted by our appetite for meat and dairy. The pesticides that we're using to kill or control insects or kill or control weeds in these monoculture soy and corn fields, chemicals like glyphosate and atrazine and neonicotinoids, they are toxic chemicals that are having an impact on the ability of wild animal species to survive and thrive. These are negatively impacting other pollinators like bees, and particularly native bee species that we rely on for pollinating the foods that we need to eat. The average person should care about this issue because they should care about where their food is coming from and the impact that their food is having on the planet, whether that's through greenhouse gas emissions, the impact that it's having on the climate, through pesticide use, as this report covers, the impact that it's having on wild animals. One of the best things that our government can do is to stop subsidizing the meat industry so heavily through subsidizing commodity crops like soy and corn. If you, as an individual or as a business, want to make a huge impact on the food system, particularly on this issue of pesticides in the environment impacting wild animals, the key is to really reduce the amount of meat that we're consuming and producing each year